A weak man is a man that cannot control his emotions. Most times, people think a strong man is a man that is physically strong. Physically. The reason why I'm putting my arms up is because I personally work out on a daily basis, if not 6 times a week minimum, 5 times a week sometimes. But I work out a lot. But the reason why I work out is not to actually build physical strength, but it's to build spiritual / emotional strength, control. Because the things that I go through in my life, the circumstances in my life, a weak man who cannot control his emotions will not be able to live my life in my shoes. It'll be too difficult for them because they would react to every single thing that bounces off of them. Because in life is a mirror. So when you're going through something and you instantly get a response from somebody around you that triggers that weak spot about what you're going through in you, remember, an action results in an equal or opposite reaction. So you're going to have a reaction to that statement. Oh, let's say you just lost your job and you don't have so much money right now, right? And you watch a video on your phone and it's a girl talking about, oh, I don't like broke men. Instantly, your emotion is going to shift and you're going to go into a spiral of thought and start thinking about all the situations in your life where you were broke and how you're broke now. And you're going to dive so deep into that thought and react to a TikTok video of a woman that you don't know speaking on broke men. And you're going to attach that to your life and yourself and call yourself not good enough, stupid, weak. You're going to react to that situation, which is the worst thing you can do because that shows you have no emotional control, right? And what you're going to do after reacting to that situation is you're going to respond. But you're not going to respond from a place of logic and wisdom. You're going to respond from a place of weakness and fear and pain and resentment. So you're going to make a decision that not just only keeps you weak and disempowered, but also validates your circumstance, right? But a strong man instead is going to listen to that video, hear what the woman has to say, but not react and realize that his situation is unique. Oh, she doesn't know what I've been through. She doesn't know what I'm going through. She doesn't know what has brought me to this position. And a strong man doesn't respond or make his actions or decisions based on his circumstance, right? So for instance, like you keep losing jobs or you want to be a YouTuber, right? And nobody understands you. Nobody around you understands that this is what I'm pursuing. Even though it's not successful yet, I really believe it's going to be successful and I'm willing to put in the work, right? So for instance, this is a great example. Like if you have parents, right? If you're born in the 1990s upward and you're trying to build a business, or you're trying to be successful in things that are not orthodox, right? Your parents are not going to understand that, and they're going to see it as you wasting time or you doing nothing, right? So they're going to call you names and be like, oh, you're lazy and you don't do anything around the house and you don't have a job, you don't have money, right? But meanwhile, you know the impact that you put into things that you actually love, even though they don't consider those things meaningful or progressive, right? So when your mom walks into the room and says, why are you so lazy? You don't do this, you don't do that. Your life is your disgrace, right? You're going to hear all those things, and you as a weak man, you can either absorb all those things as true and make a response which is, oh, I'm going to do whatever you say, mom, and I'm going to start doing whatever you say because I'm not good enough to make decisions about my own life because you just can't see my perspective. You see how that sounds? But a strong man will see like, okay, I know my mom has the best interest in me. Like she has the best idea of what she wants me to be. But right now, she just can't see my perspective. She just can't see the fact that I also want the best for me. I also want the best for me. So she can't see that, even though like she doesn't believe that what I'm doing is going to pay off in the end or later on, or she doesn't consider that as hard work, right? I consider that as hard work. I consider growing my business as hard work. I consider growing my YouTube channel as hard work. I consider taking time out to make these videos as hard work. But my parents might not see that as a useful allocation of my time, right? But as a strong man, I know that my emotions cannot get the best of me. I cannot buy into somebody else's idea of what I should be doing with my time. I cannot buy into that idea because of my emotions and how things currently look right now based on my circumstances, right? A strong man is a wise man who can see that, oh, things don't look so great right now, but I can put in the work to make them better. But I don't have to react from a place of fear and make my decisions from a place of lack. Because when you make your decisions from a place of lack, like I was watching Shark Tank, and there was a guy who had a full-time job, but he was trying to grow his business on the side. And he came onto the Shark Tank and he was presenting his products and he was telling the people how, like the investors, how um he's working full time and he's doing this on the side. And immediately a lot of them pulled out of the deal just because of that, right? And they were trying to teach him a valuable lesson that if you're going to do something that you believe in, then you might as well go all in. And that is what they all did to get where they got in their lives, by going all in. So that is like, when you believe in something, it means you're thinking from a place of achievement. You're thinking from a place of possibility. You're thinking from a place of success. You're not thinking from a place of lack, fear, failure. From your emotions, your natural emotions. You're not thinking from that. You're envisioning possibility. You're envisioning creativity. You're envisioning opportunity. Even though it's not present in your immediate circumstance or your immediate environment, you can conjure up ideas that will potentially change your life. And that's how you think from, and that's how you respond to your emotions from. But a weak man responds to his circumstances. A weak man looks around him and sees all the bad things that are going wrong and doesn't see any possibility, doesn't see any opportunity. That's what a weak man does. A strong man sees opportunity even in the place of confusion, even in the place of lack, even in the place of negative circumstances. He's able to see that if I change my actions, I can conjure up, or I can create a situation of opportunity. I can create a situation of possibility, right? Your emotions and mastering your emotions are very, very important to your success. Because if you're making all your decisions from a place of scarcity, lack, distrust, failure, scars, you're never going to succeed. But if you're able to master your emotions and ideally control them, to make decisions from a place of excitement, possibility, opportunity, sustainability, abundance, then you're going to have a wonderful experience.